every single person in this room has been involved in one way or another in some kind of music ministry. Even if it's just singing, like up here in the front for Father's Day or Mother's Day, you've done something. And so, tell me the truth. If you're anything like me, do you ever, like when you're home at night and nobody else is around and nobody knows what you're thinking, do you ever think, oh, I could be like a rock star, movie star, I could cut a CD. Anybody ever have those kind of dreams?
I'm still hoping Beyonce's
okay, Pedro, to be totally honest, come on. I have those kind of dreams. I still have those kind of dreams. I think, oh man, I could write a song somebody else would sing. It will be really become famous and popular. I mean, it's okay to dream those kind of dreams. And while I was dreaming those dreams, one day, you know, God kind of spoke to me. And he said, you know what? He says, the best CDs, or I guess you don't make CDs anymore, but if you, what do you call it now? Your releases on
hits,
iTunes, you know, are being released in heaven. See, God records everything you do. And God records everything that I do. And so if we're always thinking that someday we're going to make it, or someday even we'll just be on the worship team at the church and we'll be there every Sunday night, or that someday, you know, we'll be a worship leader, we're missing the whole point that today is someday. Today is just as important as any day there in that future. I think it would be totally, absolutely awesome if all of you got together and became a famous Christian rock band and made CDs, and I could say, I remember when they were a youth group. And you could get me Artist Circle tickets so I could sit in the front and watch you guys play. I think that would be totally awesome. But I know that for a fact you have an opportunity right now. And so what I'm teaching tonight, it might be talking about music ministry in the nursing home, but it's going to apply to music ministry anywhere. Because like the name of the second book that I wrote is called Music Matters. And with each book that I wrote a workbook section so we can sit down and kind of talk about the fact that can try to imagine church, NCF, Peckville Assembly of God. Pedro, I'm not sure the name of your church. What? Steamtown Church. I can picture any church without any music and what that would be like. First of all, it would be boring, I think. Because even in the ancient days when they did nothing but sing Gregorian chants and they didn't have any instruments, there was still music in the church. And way back in the day when Jesus was with the disciples and they were having the Last Supper, it said that when they were done, they sang a hymn and then they went out. Can you imagine getting to sing with Jesus? Wouldn't that be totally awesome? There wasn't a guitar in a room or a mic or a spotlight, but they got to sing with Jesus. When you're singing for the people at nursing home, or when you're singing for NCF Church, or when you're singing for, you know, wherever you go, just think about the fact that the most important thing that you're doing is you're singing with Jesus. You're spending some time now. If you'll turn into your first page, this is really just a page that was written in the book for the general public to read, so you don't really need that, but there's a couple of resources on your first page, page 26, that you can refer back to after we do this workbook section, because we're going to be talking a little bit about 3 different things in worship ministry. And I want to zero in, obviously, on worship ministry in the nursing home. But you could take these 3 ideas and apply them right here in worship ministry in the church, too. It doesn't have to only be. But there's just like a couple of resources there, because it's like the general public downloads the book, and this is just a way to introduce them to stuff you guys already know, because you've been doing this with me for 2 years already. I'm really proud of everything that you guys have done at Halide. They love when you guys come. They say, when are they coming again? And so you guys are on the calendar for November 16th. And the purpose of this session is to give you some input and some background so that you can take what you've been doing already and that you can grow in your ministry I don't care if you're a pastor or a bishop or an apostle, every person in ministry, they go to seminars where they take classes, they do different things to grow their ministry so that they can continue to do new things and to grow into what they're doing. So even though you guys are doing a great job, I'm not teaching this because I thought, man, NCF youth, they really stink when they go to nursing home, and I really want them to. I'm not thinking that. You guys are doing great, and this will help you to grow, to do a little more than you've done in the past.